Happy to have you here. As I've told a few of you, this is an immersive experience. The show will happen over there. It will also happen over here. We encourage you to turn as they lead you. On top of that, please remember to quiet your cell phones, anything you have on you, any devices. I usually would say crinkly papers, but traffic will do its job, so we're fine. Our students thrive on clapping. They like to hear your laughs, so please, if something's funny, let them hear it. On top of that, when intermission starts, there will be a 15-minute intermission. You will be cued because the music will start again. So when you hear the music, that's your cue to take a lap, head to the bathroom in the high school, or go to the concession stand and get a cold drink. Sound good? Thank you, Ganendia. All right, enjoy the show.
Proceed, Solanus, procure my fall, by the doom of death and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, plead no more. I am not partial to infringe all laws. The enmity and discord which of late sprang from the rancorous outrage of your two merchants, our well-dealing countrymen, who once in guilders to redeem their lives, have sealed his richer statues with their bloods, excludes all pity from our friendly roots. Forces! Thy marks and intestine jars, twixt thy seditious countrymen and us, to have insolence in us from the creed, both by the Syracusans and ourselves, to admit no traitors to adverse tongues. If any Syracusan bard be seen at any Syracusan mountain fairs, again, if any bard of Ephesus comes to the bay of Syracusans, he dies. His goods confiscate to the Duke's post, unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount unto 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
Yet this my comfort. When your words are done, my woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusan, say in brief why thou departs with my native home, and for what cause thou payest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet that the world may witness my end is wrought by nature,
not by vile offense. I'll utter what my sorrow gives me leave. In Syracuse I was born and wed unto a woman, happy but for me and by me, had her half not been bad. With her I lived in joy. Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to Epidamia till my factor's death. And the great care of goods at random left drew me from kind embraces of myself, from whom my absence was not yet 6 months old, before herself, almost at fainting under the pleasing punishment that women bear, had made provision for her following me, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, but she became the joyful mother of 2 goodly sons, in which was strange, the one so like the other as could not be distinguished but by names. That very hour, a mean woman was delivered of such a burden, male twins, both alike. Those, their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. Unwilling, I agreed. Alas, too soon we came aboard. A league from Epidamium had we sailed, before the always window-baying deep gave any tragic instance of our harm. The longer did we not retain much hope, for what obscure light the heavens did grant, did but convey unto our fearful minds a doubtful warrant of immediate death, which though myself gladly would have embraced, yet the incessant weepings of my wife and the piteous plainings of the pretty babes forced me to seek delays for them and me. And this it was, for other means was none. The sailors sought for safety by our boat and left the ship, then sinking ripe to us, not knowing whom it was there. My wife, more careful for the latter born, had fastened him onto a small spare mast, such as seafaring men provide for storms. To him, one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been heedful of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves at either end of the mast, and floating straight, obedient to the stream, was carried towards Corinth, as we thought. At length, the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapors that offended us, and the seas waxed calm. And we discovered 2 ships from afar, making a main to us. Of Corinth that, of Epidarius this. But ere they came, oh, let me say no more. Gather the sequel that went before.
Nay, forward, old man, do not break off so, for we may pity though not pardon thee.
Oh, had the gods done so, I none now worthily term them merciless to us. For ere the 2 ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock, which, being violently borne upon, in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike. What to delight in, what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, but not with lesser woe, was taken with more speed before the wind. In our sight, they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth, as we thought. At length, another ship seized on us, and knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have reft the fishers of their prey had not their bark been very slow of sail. Thus, homeward did they bend their course. Thus, if you heard me, severed from my bliss, that by misfortunes was my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favor to relate at full what have befallen them and thee till now.
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care, at 18 years, came inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so his case was like, reft of his brother, but retained his name, might bear him company in the quest of him, whom whilst I labored of a love to see, I hazarded the loss of whom I loved. 5 summers have I spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward, came to Ephesus. Hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, or that, or any place that harbors men. But here ends the story of my life, and happy were I in my timely death could all my travels warn me they live.
Hapless indeed whom the fates have marked, to bear the extremity of thy mishap. Now trust me, were it not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, with princes they may not disannul, yet will I favor thee in what I can, to seek thy life by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus, and beg thou, or borrow to make up the sum. If no, then thou art doomed to die.
Hopeless and helpless doth Aegeon wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
Therefore give out your of epidemium, lest that your goods so soon be confiscate. This very day a Syracusian merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and by not being able to find out his life, according to the statutes of the town, dies there the weary sunset in the west. Oh, here's your money that I had to keep.
Go back to the centaur, where we host, and stay there till I come to thee. Within this hour, it will be dinner time. Till that, I'll view the manners of the town, pursue the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return to sleep within mine inn. With long travel, I am stiff and weary. Take you away.
Only a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, having so good a mien.
I trusty villain, sir, that very oft. But I'm dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. What will you walk with me about the town, and then return to mine inn and dine with me?
I'm invited, sir, of certain merchants of whom I hope to make much of benefit. I crave your pardon. Soon at 5 o'clock I'll meet with you upon the mart, and then afterward consort with you till bedtime. My present business calls me from you now.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city.
I command you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content, commends me to that I cannot get. I, to the world, am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop. So I, find a mother and brother in quest of them, unhappy lose myself. Here comes the almanac of my true date. What now? How chance thou art return so soon?
Return so soon? Rather approach too late. The capon burns, the pig falls from the spit. The clock hath struck 12 upon the bell. My mistress made a one upon my cheek. She is hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach, having broke your fast. But we know it is to fast and pray, our penitence to your default today.
Stop in your ways, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money that I gave you?
Oh, 6 pence that I had on Wednesday last. To pay the saddler from a mistress crupper. The saddler had it, sir. I can't it not.
I am not in a sportive humor now. Tell me, and dally not. Where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you, jester, as you sit at dinner. I, for my mistress, come to you in post. If I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will scour your fault upon my pate. Methinks a your maw, like mine, should be your clock, and strike you home without a messenger.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are out of season. Where's there of them till a merrier hour than this? Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir? Why you gave no gold to me?
Come on, sir knave, have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart. Home to your house, the Phoenix, sir, to dinner. My mistress and her sister stays for you.
Now as I am Christian, answer me, in what safe place you have bestowed my money, or I shall break that sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I'm undisposed. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hast of me?
I had some marks of yours upon my pate, some of my mistress marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both.
Thy mistress marks? What mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife, my mistress of the Phoenix. She that doth fast till you come home to dinner and prays you will hie you home to dinner?
What wilt thou flout me thus unto my face being forbid? There, take you thus, sir knave.
What mean you, sir? For God's sake, hold your hand. Nay, and you will not. I'll take my heels.
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villain is overwrought about my money. They say this town is full of cozenage. If it proves so, I'll be gone the sooner. Out to the center to go seek the slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Sure, Luciana, it's 2 o'clock. Perhaps the merchant has invited him. And from the mart, he's somewhere gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty. Time is their master, and when they see time, they'll go or come. If so, be patient, sister.
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
Because their business still lies out the door.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh no, he is bridle of your will.
There are none but asses will be bridled so.
Why, headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. There's nothing situate under heaven's eye, but hath his bound in earth, sea, and sky. The beasts, the fishes, the winged fowls are their male subjects and at their controls. Man more divine, the master of all these, lord of the wide world and the wild watering seas, endued with intellectual sense and souls of more preeminence than fish and fowls, are masters of their females and their lords, than let your will attend on their accords.
This servitude makes you to keep unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Here I learn to love, I'll practice to obey.
How if your husband should start some other where?
Till he come home again I would forbear.
Patience unmoved, no marvel though she pause. They can be meek but have no other cause. A wretched soul, bruised with adversity. We bid be quiet when we hear it cry. But were we burdened with such like weight of pain, we should as much or more ourselves complain. So if thou that hast no unkind mate to grieve thee, with urging helpless patience would relieve me. But if thou lived to see like right bereft, this full-baked patience in thee will be left.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your man. Now your husband is nigh.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's had 2 hands with me that my 2 ears can witness.
But say, didst thou speak with him, knowest his mind?
Ah, he spoke his mind upon my ear. Be sure his hand, I could scarce understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully thou couldst feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck so plainly I could too well feel his blows. It was also doubtfully I could scarce understand them.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
Why, mistress, sure my master is horn mad.
Horn mad, thou villain!
I mean, a cuckold mad, but sure he is stark mad. When I desired him to come home to dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. The meat doth burn, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Will you come, quoth I? My gold, quoth he, where is the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain? The pig, quoth I, is burned. My gold, quoth he. My mistress, sir, quoth I. Hang up thy mistress, I know not thy mistress, out on thy mistress.
Quoth who?
Quoth, my master. I know, quoth he, no house, no wife, no mistress. So that my error due unto my tongue, I thank him, I bear home upon my shoulders, for in conclusion, he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch thy master home.
Go back again and be new beaten home? For God's sake, send some other mistress.
Back, slave, or I will beat thy painted cross.
And he will bless thy cross with another beating. Between you, I shall have a holy head.
Hence, prating peasant, and fetch thy master home.
Am I so round with you as you with me? That like a football you do spur me thus? He will spur me hence, and you will spur me hither. If I last in this service, you must case me in leather.
Why, how patience lurk in your face?
His company must do his minions grace, while I sit home starved for a merry look. Hath homely age the alluring beauty took from my poor cheek? Then he hath wasted it. Are my discourses dull, barren my wit? If voluble and sharp discourses be barred, then unkindness blunts it more than marble hard. Do their gay vestments in his affection bait? That's not my fault, he's master of my state. What ruins are in me that can be found by him not ruined? Then is he the ground of my defatures, my decayed fare? A sunny look of his would soon repair, but too unruly veer, he breaks the pail and feeds from home. Poor I am, but his stale.
Self-harming jealousy? Fie, beat it hence!
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere, otherwise, what lets it then he would be here? Sister, you know he promised me a chain. Would that alone a love he would detain? I see the jewel best enameled will lose his beauty, and yet gold bides still that others touch, and often touching will wear gold, and yet no man that has a name by falsehood and corruption doth it shame. Since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
Report, I could not speak with him, since at first I sensed him from the mark. See, here he comes. How now? Is your merry humor altered? As you love so jest with me again. You know no centaur, you receive no gold. Your mistress sent to have me home to dinner. My house was at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad that thus so madly thou dost answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence. Home to the centaur with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold's report, and toldest me the mistress in a dinner, for which I hope thou fellest I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest, I pray you, master, tell me.
Yea, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Thinkest thou I jest? Hold, take thou that and that.
Oh, sir, for God's sake! Now your jest is earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it me?
Because that I familiarly sometimes do use you for my fool and chat with you, your sauciness will jest upon my love, make a comment of my serious hours. If you will jest with me, know my aspects, and fasten your demeanor to my looks, or I shall beat this method in your sconce.
A sconce, call you it? So you would leave your battering? I had rather have it a head. And you use these blows long, I must get a sconce for my head and ensconce it too. Or else I shall seek my wit in my shoulders. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first, for flouting me, and then wherefore for urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever season, when in the why and the wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason. Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir. For what?
Marry, sir, for this something that you gave me for nothing.
I'll make you amends next to give you nothing for something. But say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir. I think the meat wants that I have.
In good time, sir. What's that?
Basting.
Well, sir, and 'twill be dry.
And if it be, sir, I pray you eat none of it,
Your reason?
lest it make you choleric and purchase me another dry basting.
Well, sir, learn to jest in good time. There's a time for all things. But stop. Who wants us yonder?
I, look strange now. Other mysteries come in many aspects. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou urged this vow. There never words were music to thy ear. There never object pleasing to thine eye. There never touch well welcome to thy hand. There never meat sweet savor to thy taste. Unless I looked or spaked or touched or carved to thee, how comes it, my husband, oh how comes it, that thou art then estranged from thyself? Thyself I call it, being strange to me. Oh, how would it touch thee to the quick? Shouldst thou hear that I were licentious? Would thou not spit at me and spurn at me and hurl the name of husband in my face and tear the stained skin off my harlot brow and from my hand cut my wedding ring and break it with a deep divorcing vow? I know thou canst, therefore see thou do it.
Plead you to me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephesus, I am but 2 hours old, as strange to your town as to your talk. Who every word by all my wit being scanned, wants wit and all one word to understand.
Why, brother, how the world has changed with you. When are you wont to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me?
By thee. And then he did buffet thee and deny my house for me for his wife.
Did you converse so with this gentlewoman? What is the course and drift of your compacts?
I, sir? I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest, for even her very words didst thou deliver to me on the mart.
I never spake with her in all my life.
How can she thus then call us by our names? Lest it be by inspiration?
How ill agrees it with your gravity, counterfeiting this grossly with your slave, abetting him to thwart me in my mood? Come, I will fast rather than sleep with thine. Thou art an Almighty, and I am thine.
To me she speaks. She knows me for her name. What? Was I married to her in a dream? Or sleep I now and think I hear all this? What error drives our eyes and ears amiss? Until I'm sure of this uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go bid the servants spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads, I cross me for a sinner. This is a fairyland, oh spite of spites. We talk with goblins, owls, and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath and pinch us black and blue.
I praise thyself and answer not. Dromio, thou Dromio, thou snail, thou slug, thou thought.
I am transformed, master, am I not?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master, both in mind and in shape.
Thou hast thine own form.
No, I am an ape.
If thou art changed to not, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis true. She rides me, and I long for grass. 'Tis so. I am an ass. Else it could never be. But I should know her as well as she knows me.
Come, no longer will I be a fool, and put the finger in mine eye and leave. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, take the gate. Husband, I'll dine above with you today, and try me 1,000 iron francs. Sirrah, if any ask you where your master lies, tell them he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I on earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking, mad or well advised, known unto these and to myself disguised. I'll say as they say and persever so, and in this mist at all adventures go.
Master, shall I be the porter at the gate?
Fine, and let none
take advantage.
Good, Signor Angelo. My wife is sure when they keep it at ours. Say that I linger with you at shops to see the making of her carcanet and not to know you bring it home. But here's the villain that faced me down. He met me in the mart, and then I charged him 1,000 marks in gold. Thou drunkard, thou, what didst thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know what I know. That you beat me at the mart and I have your hand to show. If the skin were parchment and the blows you gave were ink, your own handwriting will tell you what I think.
Well, I think thou art an ass.
Mary, so it doth appear, by the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear, I should kick from being kicked, and being at that pass, you would keep from my heels and beware of an ass.
You're sad, Senior Balthazar. Pray God our cheer may make my goodwill and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainties cheap, sir, and you're welcome, dear.
Oh, Senior Balthazar, either at flesh or fish, a table full of welcome is nothing but words.
Good meat, sir, is common that every churl affords.
Aye, welcome or common, for that's nothing but words.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast.
Aye, two beggarly hosts and a more sparing guest. But though my cates demean, take them in good part. With better cheer, but not with better heart. But soft, my door's locked. Go, bid them let us in.
Maud, Bridget, Marion, Cicely, Jillian, Jane.
Mom, Malthorse, Capon, Coxcomb, Idiot, Patch! Either get thee from the door, or sit down at the hatch. Dost thou conjure for wenches, that thou call'st for such store, when one is one too many? Go, get thee from the door!
What patch is made our porter? My master stays in the streets.
Let him walk from whence he came, lest he catch cold on his feet.
Who talks within there? Ho, open the door!
Right, sir, I'll tell you when, and you'll tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner, I have not dined yet today.
Nor today here, you must not come again when you may.
What keepeth me out from the house that I owe?
The porter for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio!
Oh, villain! Thou hast stolen both mine office and my name! The one never got me credit, the other me go blame. If thou hast been Dromio today in my place, that's when I change thy face for a name, or thy name for an ass.
I'm pointless there, Dromio, and who are those at the gate?
Let my master in loose.
Think no, he comes too late, and so tell your master.
Oh, Lord, I must laugh. How about you with a proverb? Shall I set in my staff?
How about you with another? That's one, can you tell?
Oh, if thy name be called Loose, Loose thou hast answered him well!
Thou baggage, let me in!
Can you tell for whose sake?
Master, knock the door hard.
Let him knock till it ain't.
You're crying for this meeting if I beat the door down.
What needs all that and a pair of socks in the town?
Who is at the door that keeps all this noise?
Do you hear, wife? You might have come before.
Your wife, sir, knave. Who gets you from the door?
If you went in pain, master, this knave would go sore.
Here's neither cheer nor welcome, we would fain have either. In debating which was best, we shall part with neither.
They stay within, master. Bid them welcome hither.
There's something in the wind that we cannot get in.
You would say so if your garments were thin. Your meat here is cold within. You stand here in the cold. It'll make a man so mad as a buck to be so bought and sold.
Go, get thee gone. I'll break up the gate.
Have patience, sir, or let it not be so. Herein you war against your reputation, and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. Once this, your long experience of her wisdom, her sober virtue, years, and modesty, will bleed on her some haughty unknown. And doubt not, sir, she will well excuse why at this time the doors were made against you. Be ruled by me, the pardon patience, and let us all to Tiger to dinner.
You have prevailed, and, in spite of mirth, me to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty, witty, wild, and yet too gentle. This woman that I mean, my wife but I protest without desert, hath oftentimes upbraided me withal. To her we will to dinner.
Go and fetch a chain, then I know 'tis made. Bring it, I pray you, to the porpentine, for there's the house. Upon mine hostess there, since mine own doors will entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll detain me.
I'll meet you at that place at some hour since.
Do so. This jest will cost some expense.
Maybe you quite forgot husband's office. Shall, Antipholus, even in the spring of love, thy love springs rot. Shall love and building grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake, use her more with kindness. Or if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Muffle your false love with somehow show of blindness. Let not my sister read it in your eye. Look sweet, speak fair, become disloyalty. A pair of vice like virtue's harbinger, or bear a fair presence, though your heart be tainted. Teach sin, the carriage of a holy saint. Be secret false, what need she be acquainted? Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us this lead. We in your motion turn, and you may move us. Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain, when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else, I know not, nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earthy gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the folded meaning of your words' deceit, against my soul's pure truth. Why labor you to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then, into your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then well I know, your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Far more, to you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, with thy note, to drown in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing, siren, for thyself and I will dote. Spread o'er the silver waves thy golden hairs, and as a bed I'll take them and there lie. And in such glorious supposition think, he gains by death that hath such means to die. Let love, being light, be drowned if she sink.
What? Are you mad if you breathe it so?
Not mad, but mated, how I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun, being by.
Gaze when you should, now it's clear your sight.
As good to wink, sweet love, as look all night.
Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister's sister.
That's my sister.
No, it is thyself, my own self's better part. Mine eyes dear eye, my dear heart's dear heart. My food, my fortune, my sweet hope's aim. My soul earth's heaven, and my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself, sister sweet, for I am thee. Thee will I love, and with thee be my wife. Thou hast no husband yet, nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Oh, soft sir, hold you still. I'll fetch my sister to send her goodwill.
Why, Hannah, Dromio, where runnest thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio, thou art my man, thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man, and how beside thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself, I am due to a woman. One that claims me, one that haunts me, one that will have me.
What claim was she to thee?
Marry, sir, such claim as you would lay to your horse. She would have me as a beast. Not that I being a beast she would have me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
What is she?
Oh, Mary, sir. Oh, a very reverend body, As such a one as a man may not speak of without saying, sir, reverence, I have but mean, lean luck in the match, and yet is she a wondrous fat marriage?
How does that mean a fat marriage?
Oh, Mary, sir, she's the kitchen's wench, and all grease. Oh, and I know not what to put her used to, but to make a lamp of her and to run from her by her own light. I warrant her rags and the tallow in them will burn a winter Poland. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart like my shoe, but her face nothing like so clean kept. For why? She sweats a man may go over shoes in the grime of it.
That's a fault that water will mend.
Oh, no, sir! 'Tis ingrained. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
Nell, sir. But her name is 3/4, that's an L, and 3/4 will not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some bread?
Oh, no longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She is spherical and like a globe. Oh, I could find out countries in her.
In what part of her body stands Ireland?
Mary, sir, in her buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
Where's Scotland?
I found it by the Baroness, hard in the palm of the hand.
Where France?
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her hair.
Where England?
I looked for the chalky cliffs, but I could not find no whiteness in them. But I guess it stood in her chin by the salt room that ran between France and it.
Where's Spain?
Oh, faith, I saw it not, but I felt it hot in her breath.
Where America? The Indies?
Oh, sir, upon her nose, all over embellished with rubies and carbuncles and sapphires, declining their rich aspect to the hot breath of Spain, who sent whole armadas of carracks to be the ballast at her nose.
Where stood Belgium? The Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, this drudge or diviner laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore I was assured to her, told me what privy marks I had about me, as the mark on my shoulder, and the mole on my neck, oh, and the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch. And I think if my breast had not been made of faith and my heart of steel, she had transformed me to a curdle dog and made me turn the wheel.
Go hie thee presently, post to the road. If the wind blow any way from shore, I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any bark put forth, come to the mart, where we'll walk till thou return to me. If everyone knows us, and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be gone.
As from a bear a man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
There's none but witches that do inhabit here, and therefore 'tis time that I were hence. She that doth call me husband, even my soul doth for a wife adore. But her fair sister, possessed with such a gentle, sovereign grace, of such an enchanting presence and discourse, hath almost made me traitor to myself. But lest I be guilty of self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song.
Master Antipholus!
I That's my name.
I know it well, sir. Lo, here's the chain. I thought to obtain you at the Porpentine, but the chain of finish had made me stay thus long.
What is your will that I shall do with this?
Well, please yourself, sir, I've made it for you.
Made it for me, sir. I bespoke it not.
Not once, nor twice, but 20 times you had. Go home with it, please your wife withal. And soon at supper time I'll visit you and receive the money for the chain.
I pray you, sir, receive the money now. For fear you never see chain nor money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare you well.
Why I should think of this, I cannot tell. But this I think. There is no man is so vain that should refuse so fair an offered chain. I see men need not live by shifts, when in the streets they meet such golden gifts. Out to the mart, and therefore Dromio stay. Finish ship puts forth, and straight away.
I see the red moon rising. I see trouble.
Thank you.
Take you back, sir, knave!
And since I had not much importuned you, nor had I not, but I am bound to Persia, and I want my guilders for my voyage. Therefore, make a present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by this officer.
Even just to sell my due oath to you is going to be by ambivalence.
In the instant that I have met with you, he handed me a chain. At 5 o'clock I shall receive the money for the same. Please, if you walk with me down to his house, I'll receive the money and thank you too.
Now, maybe when he's saved. See who he comes.
While I don't go to this house, go down by rope there. But on the stone where my wife and her better is locking down my doors by day. But soft. I see the goldsmith. Get it gone by the rope and bring it home to me.
I buy 1,000 pounds a year. I buy a rope.
A man as well hold up that trust to you. I promised your presence in the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. But like you thought our love would last too long for a chain together, but therefore came not.
Saving your merry humor, here's a note how much the chain weighs for the utmost carat, the finest of the gold in the most chargeable fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I say indebted to this gentleman. I pray you see him presently discharged, for he is bound to sea and stays but for it.
I'm not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Bring the stranger to my house, and with you take the chain. Bid my wife disperse the money on the receipt thereof. Perchance I'll be there as soon as you.
Well, then you will bring the chain to her yourself.
No, bring it with you lest I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
No, but I hope you have, or else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir. Doth wind and tide stay for this gentleman, and I to blame have held him here too long.
Good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of the porpentine? I should have chid you for not bringing it, but like a shrew, you first begin to brawl.
The hour steals on. I pray you, sir, dispatch.
You hear how he importunes me? The chain.
I owe you none until I receive the chain.
Come, you know I give you even now. Either send the chain or send by me some token.
My business cannot book this dalliance. Good sir, say where you'll see me or no. If not, I will leave him to the officer.
I answer you? What should I answer you?
The money you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none until I receive the chain.
You know I gave you half an hour since.
You gave me none, and you wrong me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest him on my suit.
I do encourage you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay the sum from me, or I attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay thee that I never had? Come, I pray you, let me see the chain.
Here's thy fee. Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case if you scorn me so apparently.
I do arrest him, sir. You hear me, Sue?
I do obey thee till I keep thee bail. But Sirrah, you shall buy the sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I shall have law and ethics between you. To your shame, I doubt it not.
Master! There's a bark of epidemium. What kind of name is that? That stays till her owner becomes aboard. And then, sir, she bears away. The ship is in her trim. The merry wind blows fair from land. They stay for not at all, but for their owner, master, and yourself.
How now, madman? Why the peevish sheep? What ship of epidemium stays for me?
A ship you sent me to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope and told thee to what purpose and what end.
Oh, you sent me for a rope's end as soon. You sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
To Adriana, villain, hide thee straight. Give her this key and tell her in the desk that's covered over a Turkish tapestry, there is a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I'm arrested in the street and that shall bail me. Hide thee slave, be gone. An officer till it come.
To Adriana, that is where we dined. Oh, we're doubts about the crazy for
It is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their masters' minds fulfill.
If he should be so, Christ shall perceive austerity in his eyes, and he receive in earnest, yea or no.
What observation madest thou in this case of his heart's tilting meteors in his face?
First, he denied you had him in no right.
He meant he did me none, the more my spite.
Then pleaded I for you.
And what said he?
That love I begged for you, he begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit might move. First, he did praise my beauty, then my speech.
Did speak him fair?
Have patience, I beseech.
I cannot, nor I will not hold me still. My heart, though not my tongue, will have his will.
Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost is wailed when it is gone.
But I think him better than I say.
Here go! The desk, the purse. Sweet now, make haste.
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Why, Dromio, where is thy master? Is he well?
No! He's in Tartar's limbo, worse than hell. A devil in an everlasting garment hath him.
Why, man, what is the matter?
I do not know the matter. He is rested on the case.
What? He is arrested? Tell me at whose suit?
I know not whose suit he is arrested well. Will you send him, Mistress Redemption, the money in his desk?
Go fetch it, sister. That he unknown to me should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a band?
Not on a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain! A chain! Do you not hear it ring?
What? The chain?
Oh no! No, the bell! 'Tis time that I were gone. It was 2 ere I left him, and now the clock strikes 1.
The hours come back that did I never hear.
Oh, yes. If any hour meet a sergeant, he turns back for fear.
As if time were in debt, how fondly dost thou reason?
Time is a very bankrupt, and owes more than he's worth to seize it. Nay, he's a thief too. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing on by night and day? If he be in debt and theft and a sergeant in the way, hath he not reason to turn back an hour in a day?
Here, Dromio, take the money and bear it hence. Bring thy master home immediately. Come, sister, I am pressed down with conceit. Conceit my comfort and my injury.
There's not a man I meet but does salute me as if I were their well-acquainted friend.
And everyone doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some other give thanks for kindnesses, some offer me commodities to buy. Even now, a tailor called me in his shop and showed me silks he had bought for me, and therewithal took measure of my body. Sure, these are but imaginary wiles, and Lapland sorcerers inhabit here.
Master! Here's the gold you sent me for!
What? Have you got the picture of old Adam new apparel?
What gold is this? What Adam dost thou mean?
Not the Adam that kept the paradise, but the Adam that keeps the prison. He that goes in the calf skin that was killed for the prodigal. He that came behind you, sir, like an evil angel, and bid you forsake your liberty.
I understand thee not.
No? Why? 'Tis a plain case. He that went like base viol in case of leather. The man, sir, that when gentlemen are tired, gives them a sob and rests them. He, sir, that takes pity on decayed men and gives them suits of durance. He that sets up his rest do more exploit with his mace than a Morris pike.
What? Thou meanest an officer?
Aye, sir, the sergeant of the band. He that brings any man to answer it that breaks his band. One that thinks a man always going to bed and says, God give you good rest.
Well, sir, there rest in your foolery. Is there any ships put forth tonight? May we be gone?
Why, sir, I brought you word an hour since that the proclamation put forth tonight, and then you were hindered by the sergeant to tarry for the whole delay. Here are the angels that you sent for to deliver you.
The fellow is distracted, and so am I. And here we wander in illusion. Some blessed power deliver us from this.
Well met, Master Antipholus. I see, sir, you have found the goldsmith now. Is this the chain you promised me today?
Satan avoid! I charge thee, tempt me not!
Master, is this the mistress Satan?
It is the devil!
Nay, she is worse. She's the devil's dam. And here she comes in the habit of a light wench. It is written, they appear to men like angels of light. Light is an effect of fire, and fire will burn, ergo, light wenches will burn. Come not near her.
You and your man are marvelous, Mary, sir. Will you go with me? We'll mend our dinner here.
What hellest thou me of supping? Thou art, as you are all, a sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or for my diamond, the chain you promised. And I'll be gone, sir. Not trouble you.
Some devils ask, but the parings of one's nails, a rush, a hair, a drop of blood, a pin, a nut, a cherry stone, but she, more covetous, would have a chain. Master, be wise. If you give it her, the devil will shake her chain and fright us with it.
I pray you, sir, my ring, or else the chain. How can you not even cheat me so?
But thou wits! Come, Dromio, let us go.
Fly, pride, says the peacock. Mistress, now you know.
Antipholus is mad, else he would never so demean himself. A ring he hath of mine worth 40 ducats, and for the same I promised him a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. The reason I gather he's mad, besides his president's rage, is a mad tale he told today at dinner, of his own doors being shut against his entrance. Belike his wife, acquainted with his fits, on purpose shut the doors against his way. My way is to now hie-ho to his house, and tell his wife that, being lunatic, he rushed into my home and took perforce my ring away. Whose course I fit his shoes for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
No, man, go on your way. I'll give you everything. My wife is in a wayward mood today. Will not lightly trust the messenger that I'm attached in Ephesus. Here comes the man. I think he brings the money. How now, sir? Have you that I sent you for?
Here's that, I warn. We'll pay them all.
But where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats, villain, for a rope?
I'll serve you, sir, 500 at the rate.
To what end did I bid thee hie thee home?
To a rope end, sir, and to that end, I return.
And to that end, sir, I welcome you.
Have patience. Nay, this will be the patient. I'm in adversity. Good. Now hold thy tongue. Nay, rather persuade him to hold his hand.
Thou senseless villain!
I would were I senseless, sir, that I might not feel your blows.
Thou art sensible of nothing but blows, and so is an ass.
I am an ass indeed. You may prove it by my long ears. I have served him from the hour of my nativity to this instant, and have nothing at his hands in my service but blows. When I am cool, he heats me with beating. When I am warm, he cools me with beating. I am with it when I sleep, raised with it when I sit, driven from doors with it when I go from home, and welcomed home with it when I return. Nay, I bear it on my shoulders as a beggar won't hurt Barat, and when I think he hath lamed me, I shall beg with it from door to door.
Come, go along. My wife is coming yonder.
Mistress, respect I pay them. Respect your end, or rather, the prophecy like the parent. Hear what I'm saying?
Wilt thou still talk?
Say how you now. Is not your husband mad?
His incivility confirms no less. Good Dr. Pinch, you are a conjurer. Establish him in his true sense again, and I will please you what you will demand.
Alas, how fiery and sharp he looks.
Oh, mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give me your hand. Let me feel your pulse.
Here's my hand. Let him feel your air.
I charge thee, Satan! How within this man to yield possession to thy holy prayers, into thy state of darkness! By me straight! I have to be my ill sainted heaven!
Peace, swimming wizard. I am not mad.
If that were not poor distressed soul.
Are these your customers? Did this companion with the saffron face revel at my house tonight while I denied to enter my home?
Oh, God knows you dined at home today, husband, where would you had remained free from these slanders in this open change.
Dined at home? Stop, Bill, now what sayest thou?
Sir, citizens say you did not dine at home.
Were not my doors locked and I shut out?
Bertie, your doors are locked and you shut out.
Did not she herself revile me there?
Say it's fable, she herself reviled you there.
Did not her kitchen villain rails, taunt, and scorn me?
Certes, the kitchen best I'll scourge you.
Is it good to soothe him in these contraries?
It is no shame. The fellow finds his vein, and yielding to him, humors, well, his frenzy.
Thou suborned the goldsmith to arrest me.
No, I sent you money by Dromio, and he came in haste for it.
Money by me? Earn good what you might, but surely not a rag of money.
Wherefore did thou lock me forth today?
I did not lock you forth, gentle husband.
And why dost thou deny thy gold?
Gentle master, I received no gold, but I confess we were locked out.
This assembling villain, thou speakest false in both.
This assembling harlot, thou art false in order, I confess the damn pack. But with these nails, I'll pluck out these false eyes to make an abject scorn of me.
Bind him, let him not come near me.
The fiend is strong within him. I mean, poor man, how pale and wan they look.
What, will you murder me? Thou dare or thou? Wilt thou not make a scuffle and make a rescue?
Masters, let him go. He is my prisoner and you should not have him.
Go! Find this man, for he is frantic too.
What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see a wretched man do outrage in this pleasure to himself?
He is my prisoner. If I let him go, the debt he owes to be required of me.
Bear me forthwith into his creditor. See him safe home, conveyed to my house. O most unhappy day.
O most unhappy strumpet!
Master, I'm here entered in bond for you.
How soon is he arrested at?
One Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What is the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say, how grows it due?
Due for a chain has been happening.
He did bespeak me a chain, but I had it not.
When as your husband, all enraged today, came to my house and took away my ring, the ring upon which I see his finger now, straight after did I meet him with a chain.
That may be so, but I had never seen it. Bring me forth to the goldsmith. I long to know the truth here of at large.
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
She that would be your wife now ran from you.
Come to us, centaur. Fetch our stuff from thence. I long that we are safe and sound aboard.
Nay, stay here this night. They will surely do us no harm. You saw they speak us fair, give us gold. Methinks they are such a gentle nation that, but for the mountain of mad flesh that claims marriage of me, I could find in my heart to stay here and turn rich.
I will not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore away, to get our stuff aboard.
I'm sorry, sir, that I've hindered you, but I protest he hath the chain of me. But most dishonestly he doth deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
A very reverend reputation, sir, credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly. Yonder, as they think, he walks.
'Tis so, and that's a chain about his neck that you so responsibly to have. Good sir, draw near to me, I'll speak to him. Senor Antipholus,
I wonder much how you would put me through the shame and trouble and not lots of scandal to yourself, with the circumstances and also to deny this chain which you now wear so openly, besides the charge, the shame, and imprisonment. You have done wrong to this, my honest friend, who but for staying on no controversy had hoisted sail and put to sea today. This chain you had of me, can you deny it?
I think I had. I never did deny it.
Just like you did, and forswear it too.
Who heard me to deny or forswear it?
These ears of mine, thou knowest did hear thee. By on thee, French, 'tis pity thou livest swap where any honest men resort.
I think thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove my honor and my honesty against thee presently, if thou darest stand.
I dare defy thee for a villain. Oh! God think he is mad! Some get within him and take his sword. Find Romeo too and bear the hence to my house.
John, run! Master, for God's sake, run! Take the house! This is the prior fiery in, or we are spoiled!
Be quiet, people! Wherefore throng you hither? To fetch my poor distracted husband hence, that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew he was not in his perfect wits.
I'm sorry now that I did draw on him.
How long hath this possession held the man? This week he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But till this afternoon never did his passion break into the extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost much wealth by rack of sea? Buried some dear friend? Hath not else his eye strayed his affection and lawful love? A sin prevailing much in youthful men, who give their eyes the liberty of gazing. Which of these sorrows is he subject
To none of these, except it be the last. Namely, some love that drew him off from home.
You should have for that reprehended him.
Why, so I did.
Aye, but not rough enough.
As roughly as my modesty would let me.
Happily in private.
And then assemblies too.
Aye, but not enough.
It was the copy of our conference. For in bed he slept for not my urging it. At board he fed for not my urging it. Alone it was the subject of my theme. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
And thereof came it that the man was mad. The venomous clamors of a jealous woman. Poison's more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. It seems his sleeps were hindered by thy railings, and thereof comes it that his head is light. Thou sayest his meat was sauced with thy upbraidings. Unquiet meals make ill digestion. Thereof the raging fire fever bred. And what's a fever but a fit of madness? Thou sayest his sports were hindered by thy brawls. Sweet recreation barred, what doth ensue but moody and dull melancholy? In food, in sport, in life-preserving rest, to be disturbed would madden man or beast. The consequence is then, thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
She never reprehended him but mildly, when he demeaned himself rough, rude, and wildly. Why bear you these rebukes and answer not?
She did betray me to my own reproof. Good people, enter and lay hold on him.
No, not a creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants bring him forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands, till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in saying it.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, die at his sickness, for it is my office and will have no attorney but my own. Therefore bring him hence.
Be patient, for I shall not let him stir. So I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome syrups, drugs, and holy prayers, to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore depart, and leave him here with me.
I will not leave my husband hence, and it ill doth beseem your holiness to separate the husband and the wife.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of this indignity.
I will fall prostrate at the Duke's feet until I convince him to come hither to the abbess, and I will not rise until my tears and prayers have convinced him.
By this, I think that I will place at 5. Anon, I'm sure the Duke himself comes into this melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution behind the ditches this abbey here.
Upon what cause?
See a Syracusan merchant who put unluckily into this bay against lawful statutes this town beheaded publicly for his offense.
See where they come, we will behold his death.
Kneel before the Duke, before he pass the abbey.
If any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall
Will not die, so much we tend to him.
May it please your grace. Justice against the abbess.
She's a virtuous and reverend lady. It cannot be that she hath done thee wrong.
O most gracious Duke, this ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness took my husband. that desperately he hurried through the streets and doing displeasure to the citizens by rushing in their houses, sparing them rings, jewels, anything his rage should like. Only did we get to find him. Anon I not what by strong escape he broke free from those who had guarded him.
Long since thy husband served me my wars, and I do thee engage the prince's word, when thou made him master of thy bed, to do him all the grace and good I could. Go some of you, knock at the abbey gate. I will determine this before I stir.
Shift and save yourself! My master and his man have both broke loose, beaten the maids a row, and bound the doctor, whose bangs they have singed off with brands of fire and ever as it blaze. They throw on him great vital knives to quench the hair. My master preaches patience unto him, and while his man with scissors nicks him like a fool, and sure, unless you send some present help, they will surely kill the conjurer.
Peace, fool. Thy man and master are here.
Mistress, upon my life I tell you true. I have not breathed almost since I did see it. He cries for you, and vows if he can take you, to scorch your face and to disfigure you. Hark! Hark, I hear them! Fly! On!
My husband is born invisible. That we did house them in the abbey here, and now he is here, born hence from help.
Justice, most gracious Duke. Oh, grant me justice, even for the wars that long since I did thee, when I bestreed thee in the wars and took deep scars to save thy life. Now, grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there. She gave us to be my wife, but hath dishonored and abused me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors upon me while she with harlots feasted in my house.
A grievous fault, say woman did so?
No, most gracious Duke. He, myself, and my sister dined in the house today.
Neither may I look on day nor sleep at night, but she tells your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman, they are both forsworn, and this the madman justly charges them.
My liege, I'm advised what I say. Neither disturbed with the effect of wine, nor a heady rash provoked breaking ire. Albeit my wrongs will make one lighter mad. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, couldn't witness with me, for he was with me then. He was supposed to give me a chain, but he with name came and accused me of having one. I told him to go get it for my wife. He not coming thither, I went to seek him. And in the street I met him, and in his company, that gentleman. There to this frigid goldsmith swear me down that I this day of him received a chain.
Then had he such a chain as thee or no?
Besides, I will be sworn these ears of mine heard you confess that you had the chain of him after you first swore it upon the mart, and thereupon I drew my sword on you, and then you fled into this abbey here from whence I think you come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor didst thou draw thy sword on me. I never trod the same, so help me heaven. This is false, you burden me with all.
Why, what an intricate impeach is this? I think you all have drunk out of Circe's cup. If here you housed him, here he would have been. If he would be mad, he would not bleed so coldly. You say he dined at home? The goldsmith here the nice is saying, Sirrah, what say you?
Sir, he dined with her there at the Porpentine.
He did, and from my finger snatched that ring.
'Tis true, my liege. This ring I had of her.
Sost thou him see him enter at the abbey gate?
As sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Why, this is strange. Go call the abbess thither. I think you are all mated or stark mad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend will save my life, and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusan, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? And is not that your bondman, Dromio?
Within this hour I was his bondman, sir, but he, I thank him, gnawed into my cord. And I am Dromio, and his man, unbound.
I'm sure you both of you remember me.
Ourselves we do remember by you, sir, for lately we were bound as you are now. You are not Pinch's patients, are you, sir?
Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you till now.
Oh, grief have changed me since you saw me last. In careful hours with time's deformed hand hath written strange features in my face. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, nor thou?
No, trust me, sir, nor I.
I'm sure thou dost.
Yea, but I'm sure I do not. But whatever so man may deny, you are now
bound to believe him.
Oh, time's extremity! Is thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue, that here my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares? Though this grated face of mine be hid in sap-consuming winter's drizzled snow, and all the conduits of my blood froze up, yet had my night of life some memory. Tell me thou art my son Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since in Syracuse, boy, thou knowest we parted. But perhaps, my son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
I never saw Syracuse in my life. The Duke and all that know me in the city can witness with me.
I tell thee, Syracusan, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus, during which time he ne'er saw thee, Syracusan. I see thy age and dangers make thee dote.
Most mighty Duke, behold a man much wronged.
I see 2 husbands, or mine eyes deceive me.
One of these men is genius to the other, and so of these, which is the natural man, and which is the spirit? Who deciphers them?
I, sir, am Dromio. Command him away.
I, Sir Dromio. Hooray, let me stay.
Aegean, art thou not? Or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master! Who has found him here?
Whoever found him, I shall lose his bonds, and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Aegean, if thou beest the man. Thou hadst a wife once called Amelia, that bore thee at a burden 2 fair sons. Oh, if thou beest the same Aegean, speak, and speak unto the same Amelia.
Why, here begins his morning story right. These 2 Antipholus, these 2 so like, and these 2 Dromios, one in semblance. Besides her urging wreck of sea, these are the parents to these children, which accidentally are met together.
If I dream not, thou art Amelia. If thou art she, tell me, where's that son that floated with thee on that fatal raft?
By men of Epidamium, he and I and the twin Dromio were taken up. But by and by, rude fishermen from Corinth by force took Dromio and my son from them. And me they left with those of Epidamium. What then became of them, I cannot tell. I, to this fortune you see me in.
Antipholus, thou camest from Corinth first?
No, sir, not I. I came from Syracuse.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lord.
And I with him.
Brought to this town by that most famous Duke Menaechmi, your most renowned uncle.
Which of you 2 did dine with me today?
Aye, gentle mistress.
And are not you my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
And so do I. Yet did she call me so? And this fair gentlewoman, her sister here, did call me brother. What I said to you then, I hope I shall have leisure to make good, if this be not a dream I see and hear.
That is the chain, sir, which you had of me.
I think it be, sir. I deny it not.
And you, sir, for this chain arrested me.
I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
I brought you money by Dromio, but I think he brought it not.
No, none by me.
This purse of ducats I received from you, and Dromio, my man, did bring them me. I see we still did meet each other's man, and I was taken for him, and he for me. And thereupon these errors are arose.
These ducats put I from my father here.
It shall not need thy father have this line.
Sir, I must have that ring from you.
There. Take it. Much thanks, Your Majesty.
Renowned Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into the abbey here, and hear a large discourse at all our fortunes, and all that are assembled in this place, that by the sympathized one day's error have suffered wrong. Go, keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I begun in travail of you, my sons. Until this present hour my heavy burden are delivered, the Duke, my husband, and my children both. And you, the calendars of the Nativity, go to a gossip's feast, and go with me. After so long grief, such a nativity.
With all my heart, I'll gossip at this feast.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Dromio, what stuff have thou of mine embarked?
Your goods that lay at post, sir, in the Centaur.
He speaks to me. I am your master, Dromio. Come, go with us. We'll look to that anon. Embrace thy brother here, rejoice with him.
Oh, there is a fat friend at your master's house that kitchened me for you today at dinner. Now, she shall be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks you're my glass and not my brother. I see by you, you are a sweet-faced youth. Shall we go in to see their gossiping?
No, sir, you are my elder.
That is a question. How shall we try it?
We'll draw cuts for the senior. Till then, lead thou first.
Nay, then, thus, we came to this world like brother and brother. Now let's go hand in hand, not one before another,